Well, today is World Children's Day, and it also marks a milestone for a local organization that offers support, resources, and connections to culturally diverse young people in this province. The group Sharing Our Cultures cut the ribbon on their new resource center today. We spoke with the founder and CEO, Lloydetta Quaicoe, about how this new space will enhance their services.
Prior to this place, there hasn't been a place like it that they could come to. But it's important, particularly for young people. If they don't have any friends, then their weekends are lonely. So it'll be an opportunity for them to come here, opportunity for local people who may be traveling to some of these countries where these students are from and wanting some information. So we're hoping that it's not only going to be a learning center, it'll be a resource center as well. And the potential is limited.
That the new home for Sharing Our Cultures officially opened.
They usually feel out of place and sometimes alienated in the classroom, especially if they couldn't understand what the teachers or their classmates are saying. So by coming to Sharing Our Cultures, they get an opportunity to meet other students who are probably facing the same challenges, but also they get to develop friendships with them. They have a place where they can interact and feel that others can understand them. Sometimes they don't know that other students in schools outside of their own school come from their country or even speak their language. So when they come to Sharing Our Cultures, they find somebody speaking Arabic or Spanish, or, so they just feel so much at home, and it gives them that sense of place and belonging. One of the students who had participated in Sharing Our Cultures, she said, Lloydetta, you saved my life. And I was really surprised, what she said. And then she explained that when she came, she didn't speak English and she didn't know anyone. She was actually experiencing extreme loss of her extended family, her friends, familiar places. And she said, I had to come to school every day. She said, I hated it and I hated my life. And she said, one day the guidance counselor said to me, why don't you go to the Sharing Our Cultures program? She said, and I did. And I met other students who were struggling. I met people who spoke my language. And he said, it just saved my life. She said, I just felt so much accepted and at home and felt that I belonged in the group. And all of these students helped me to actually integrate into the school. And she stayed here actually and finished the school and before leaving for work to go to another part of the country. Children who have suffered violence and traumatic experiences is really hard, because when they come here, that's compounded with the fact that they have to learn a new language. They have to start learning in a structure that is unfamiliar to them. And they're here without knowing anyone in their school most times, or not having anyone who speaks their language in their school. So it's very difficult for them, and they go through that extreme sense of unwanted isolation, and sometimes they feel it's a rejection, so they feel that they don't belong and they don't know how they can actually live and learn within an environment that is so unfamiliar to them. And of course, they're still dealing with the fact that they've left family members behind. Some of them have watched members of their family, killed, and they've had to leave and come here. And sometimes they feel a little bit of a survivor's guilt as well. So how come, I was saved and the rest of the children in my school that was bombed didn't? So it's very difficult, and that's why we felt we needed a safe place for them where they could feel at home, where they can socialize and their own level and in their own way, and when they're ready, sometimes they would express some of their concerns and some of the experiences that they had to go through. And we feel that it helps them to talk about it when they're ready and to be able to empathize with them as well.